Welcome to Solve It Like a Marketer. Today we are looking at motivation in consumer behavior. Don't go away. Now, motivation refers to the processes that cause people to behave the way that they do. Why do some people choose to, say, jump out of a plane, climb Mount Everest, while others prefer the tranquility of gardening or planting their tomatoes? So for the most part, there is a reason, and that's called motivation. Now, behind this motivation is the goal to satisfy a need. As marketers, it's important to understand that need. However, this insight is useless unless we can understand both what those needs are and why they exist. Now, firstly, when a need is activated, the consumer feels compelled to satisfy this need. So there exists basically a state of tension to reduce or eliminate the need. The simplest example is thirst. We get thirsty, say we see Coke, cans of Coke being displayed in a store window. We buy, we drink, we satisfy the thirst. So, there are also a couple of different types of needs. The first is utilitarian, a desire to achieve some functional or practical benefit. For instance, drinking a Coke will satisfy my thirst. The second is hedonic, an experiential need involving emotional responses, so purely for pleasure. So I needed a pair of sunglasses, but I bought Gucci frames to make a statement. Now, marketers try to create products and services that will reduce the tension between need and satisfaction. Just to complicate matters, there is also a difference between needs and wants. So we've touched on basic needs, thirst, but typically more personal and cultural factors create these wants. So the specific way a need is satisfied depends on the individual's unique history and their learning experiences and their cultural environment. So when we get hungry, there is a need to satisfy this. But how? Do we eat a salad or do we choose a burger? So this is where our want comes into play. We choose what we want to eat, and this is culturally determined. But the effect is similar. We eat, the tension is reduced, and the motivation recedes for now. What's interesting is that certain needs can affect our behavior differently. For example, individuals with a high need for achievement strongly value personal accomplishment. They're more likely to buy products that signify success, so a fancy car, designer clothes, living in a fashionable district. Here are three more examples of needs that are relevant to consumer behavior. First up, the need for affiliation. So in other words, the need to feel a sense of involvement and belonging within a social group. Here, products and services help to facilitate basically fitting in. Next, the need for power. So many products and services cater to this particular need, including expensive cars, yachts, hotels, restaurants, resorts, all promising to pamper the consumer. They, the consumer, become the master of their surroundings. And finally, there's the need for uniqueness or asserting one's individual identity. And these products help to accentuate a consumer's distinctive qualities. So, say, customized cell phone cases or personalized t-shirts. Now, if you sell a product or service, what motivates customers to come to you? If you're looking to increase engagement with potential consumers, how can you tap into the needs and wants equation? If you own a brick and mortar store, what motivates people to travel to your store or walk in off the street? What is it that piques their interest? If you offer a product or a service online, how can you motivate people to visit your site and become a customer? Or even better, yes, a repeat customer. So put yourself in their shoes. What would keep you coming back? As consumers, we are ripe for the picking in terms of marketers appealing to our vanity and hunger for not what we need, but what we want. Do we need the latest iPhone, or do we just want it? Putting marketing ethics aside, it's great to examine our own buying patterns in order to understand those of the people around us and those of our prospective customers. Taking this a step further, I believe there is a balance between offering products and services that people both need and want, and that can be beneficial to society as a whole. For instance, green products are just one example of how we can satisfy customers while thinking about our environment at the same time. Now, participating in social good as a company is a great motivator for customers who are socially conscious to come to you over your competitors. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you every week with a new video, so please stay tuned, and together, let's solve it like a marketer.